Hi everyone, I'm Joy Webster, the videographer and video editor for George Brown College. I wanted to take you through a few tips to make sure that the videos that you're recording of yourself are the best quality that they can be. So the first thing you want to keep in mind is your background. As you can see right now, I'm in front of a blank wall, and that's usually the best bet to make sure that your background isn't going to be distracting at all. It doesn't have to be a white wall, but something that is blank is always preferable. If it's not possible to record your video against a blank wall and still have good natural lighting, that's okay, but make sure that your background is free from as much clutter as possible. So that means things like this, and my beer over here. That looks a lot better. The second thing you want to keep in mind is your lighting. I always recommend using natural light as much as possible, so make sure you give yourself enough time during the day while there's still light to record your video. Right now I'm in front of a window. It's actually kind of to my side here, so that's what's casting this light on my face here. You do want to make sure though that you're not shooting your video with the light coming behind you, which can create a backlighting effect, like this. If you are using video lights, such as a ring light, just make sure that you're not positioning them too close to your face, which can cause your face to become washed out. So the third thing you want to think of when recording videos of yourself is your distance to the camera. So right now you can see me from about the chest upwards, and that's usually a good distance from the camera. Probably the most common mistake I see when people record themselves on video is the height and angle of the camera. So if you're using a laptop computer like I am right now, you'll likely need to raise the height of the laptop in order to get a straight on view of yourself with the camera. So right now my laptop is positioned on about 6 large books on top of a table, and that's what's giving the height to the camera. Then you want to make sure that the angle of your laptop screen is positioned so that you are in the center of the frame. You want a little bit of headspace on top of your head, but you don't want a huge amount of headspace. And you want to have yourself, as I mentioned, positioned so that it's about chest up. You don't want your video to look like this. This is not a good angle for anyone. So if you feel like you're looking down at the camera, that's an indication that your laptop, your phone, or any other camera you're using is too low. And you need to raise it up, like I did on the stack of books earlier, so that you're not looking down and so that the audience isn't looking right up your nose. Another thing to keep in mind when recording your videos is the sound. You want to set up your camera and microphone, if you have one, somewhere that is quiet, and you want to let everyone know who is living with you or might be in the area to please not make any noise while you're recording your video. That includes having TVs on, radios, or any other noise that might get picked up on the camera. If you're using a smartphone, all of the tips that I just mentioned also apply. But also make sure that you're recording your video in landscape orientation. So that means that your phone is positioned horizontally and not vertically. So make sure your video looks like this and not like this. I also highly recommend not holding your phone the entire time you're recording a video. You can always tell when someone's holding their phone when they're recording a video because the video is usually very shaky. So you can set up your phone in the same way that I set up the laptop earlier, propping it up on books and leaning it against another book to get a good straight on angle. So those are all my tips for recording high quality video. I know that this is a difficult time and that it's a huge learning curve for a lot of us to be on camera, let alone having to record yourself being on camera. But if you follow these tips, it should produce a great result.